We're here inside QACTV studios and we're talking about healthcare today because it's always great to hear about more options. And with more options, we need more doctors. So we're going to meet a new doctor today. Introducing Dr. Lamphier.
Morning.
Morning. So Maryland Primary Care Physicians, which Dr. Walsh and Dr. Lamphier work at, has been open for 30 years now, right?
It will be our 30th anniversary on April of next year.
That's very exciting. So a lot of people in the area probably already know you.
I think they do, yeah.
Yeah, right. But now it's time to meet Dr. Lamphier.
Right.
So welcome to the area.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, so how long have you been here now?
So I've been here since the end of August,
Okay.
right here in Queenstown, and doing really well, ramped up pretty quickly. There was definitely, wasn't so much that was taken over for anybody, it was just that increased need that we had here. So been ramping up pretty quick and off and running now. So
Great. So how long have you been practicing?
So I was in practice for 3 years before this in Connecticut, where I'm from originally, before making the switch moving down here. So, so yeah, this is 3 and change years. So.
That's awesome. I hear you brought some people along with you?
I did, yeah. My wife's and her family are originally from down here in Maryland, is where we had met when I was in undergrad in Hopkins. And so I dragged her up to New England for a while, and then we made our way back down here with our 18-month-old daughter. So
that's very
now
exciting.
Get a little closer to the in-laws there.
Yeah, it's a little close enough for help, but
exactly.
still close enough that maybe you can escape a little bit.
A little buffer zone, sure, exactly.
You need a buffer zone with family.
For sure.
Great. So what made you choose this area?
So I was familiar with it, like I say, having gone to undergrad in Baltimore and then down in DC for med school at George Washington. So I'd been here for almost a decade in the past, and again, just kind of making our way south a little bit so that we could get my daughter a little closer to her in-laws. And I mean, Maryland is it's a very good experience living here in the past, and wanted to get a little closer to the water and a little bit more of that shore life. So.
Right. And of course it was because of Dr. Walsh.
And absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't have come here if it wasn't a good group for me to join up with. So so that made it an easier decision for sure.
We did a little bit of convincing.
Yeah.
Well, that dance, a little back and forth beforehand. So.
And he's doing what I think is ideal. He's doing the live, work, and play thing. He's living right here on Eastern Shore, only a mile or so from our office, and working and eventually playing, I guess.
Right.
Yeah, it's the shortest commute I've had, so it definitely makes a big difference.
That's great. Yeah, the short commute, man. That's the joy of life.
Absolutely.
Is that short commute.
Yeah.
So I was introduced to you guys today. I'm not. A lot of people know I'm not from the area, but you guys are located right near the emergency service building. Correct? You're
right. Our office is right at the Nesbitt Road exit on Route 50, where that emergency center is. There's a medical office building right next to it, adjacent to it, and we take up half the first floor of that building. There's actually 10 providers there. There's not just me and Dr. Lamphier, but there's 6 physicians and 4 nurse practitioners that work in our office. And so it's a pretty busy place.
Yeah, and you're so busy that you actually have some nice extended hours too, right?
Yep, absolutely. So we're there 7 in the morning, 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, and then we're there in the evenings, Monday through Thursday till 8 o'clock, and we also do Saturday mornings for acute care kind of visits. So trying to make sure we can help to keep our patients at their home base instead of sending them to urgent care or the emergency room.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, there's a lot of talk these days about transitional care and people going to see specialists, go into hospitals, and sometimes there's a little bit of discontinuity. But we're trying to stay open as much as we can so the continuity all stays in one place, and we don't have to chase specialists around to get reports and and things like that. And we know what's going on with our patients because we are available to see them.
Right. And then that's an amazing little bit of help that you have there. That there's all types of options, people you can refer all of your patients to.
Right. I mean, back when I first started, the Eastern Shore was pretty bleak in terms of specialists. Easton always had the hospital there and the specialists, but this area between Annapolis and Easton was kind of like no man's land.
Right.
But over the last 30 years, that's changed a lot, and we have a lot of specialists. In fact, in our own building, we have specialists in urology, orthopedics, physical therapy, cardiology. We have a full radiology office right across the hall from us, so people can be in the same building and go get their X-rays. Right. Our lab, we have a lab that's in and part of our own company in our office, where we draw blood and send it out to be processed. But the stuff that we can't do goes out to a reference lab, like LabCorp or Quest or one of those labs.
That's great. And it's also very important to notice that we're talking to you guys and we're hearing all these great options and what makes you guys so special, that you are welcoming new patients.
We still are, yep. We have to make sure Dr. Lamphier's schedule gets filled.
That's right. You're going to learn everyone's name on Kent Island by the time we're done here.
Got to keep busy. So.
And if he doesn't meet him in the office, he'll see him at Safeway, or he'll see him at
There you
Kmart,
go.
or somewhere else. It's fun.
Yeah, you'll be diagnosing people all the time, every
Absolutely.
weekend.
I imagine that's probably already happened.
Oh yeah, I think it's sometimes when it's the change in attire that sometimes lets you stay under the radar with people. But
Yeah, right after we get done here, I'm going to expect a full physical. You're going to take care of me.
I'll have to put on my disguise to go back out. And
Yeah, I hear doctors talking about pros and cons about living in the community where you work. I've lived in this community for 20 years and worked here for 30 years, and I really like it. I get to see the people that I see in the office out at events, community events, and like I said, shopping and whatnot.
Right.
It's nice to be part of the community.
Right. Yeah, it's really cool. So you think you'll stick around?
yeah, I think so. I mean, again, it's been a great start here, and super welcoming the community. I think we've been very, very happy as far as the transition. It was nice and smooth. So.
Yeah, it's great. So we've been around for 30 years, and we expect to see you when we've been around for 60.
Well, I'll keep coming back until then.
Yeah, eventually we'll just switch chairs, and there'll be another young guy sitting next to
Right,
you.
yeah.
There you go.
We'll
Just
be doing this
slide on
all over
down.
again.
Yeah,
There
right.
you go.
Yeah, my daughter will be in here interviewing.
There you go.
That's great. Well, it was very nice meeting you.
Definitely.
Welcome to community.
Thank you,
So glad to
appreciate
have
it.
you, Dr. Walsh. It was
Oh yeah,
great seeing
nice
you.
to see you.
Yeah, so if you guys want some help and you want a new doctor or you need someone to visit, Maryland Primary Care Physicians are there for you. And welcome Dr. Lamphier to the community. Come in, say hello.
Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Oh, yeah.